How was everybody's holiday season? We did okay? We got through it? Yeah? Mine was a fucking nightmare. I went home for Thanksgiving and I watched my mom carve the turkey using only tension in the room. She's a craftsman, that lady. My mom loves when I come home. Every time I'm there, she's like, when you coming back? And this time she was like, you should come back for Valentine's. And I was like, that's not a holiday I want to spend with you. And she's like, no, it'll be great. You can fly home and be my Valentine. And I was like, I don't even want to fly home and be your daughter. I did not have to go home for Christmas because I'm a Jew. Any Jews here? I always like it when a Jew just silently raises their hand. Like, no excitement, just quiet. Just, you know, you can be boisterous about it now. It's not 1940. They know they need us. I tell a lot of self-deprecating Jew jokes, so I like to make sure there's enough of us here. Otherwise, it just feels like a bunch of anti-Semites agreeing with me. But Christmas is it's a weird time. I think I can speak for myself and a few other Jews, but the whole Christmas thing, the matching pajama thing, has gotta. You guys gotta stop. Is there anyone here who does that with their family? It's fucking weird, right there. Yeah, I mean, please, for the love of God, stop. It's first of all, if you have a small family, like 4 people, it's cute. When you get to around 10 people, you look like a cult. Everybody's uncomfortable with that. A friend of mine does it with her family, and she's like, what's not to understand? I'm like, well, I'm a Jew. We don't do matching pajamas. The last time we did, it did not end well. Yeah, my ancestors are rolling over in their mass graves over that one. That one can be a little bit of a slow burn. If you guys don't like it, I will go home and write about it in my diary. And I know what you're thinking. How many Holocaust jokes does she have? 6 million more. Let's keep going. You know, some people deny that I even have Holocaust jokes, so that is a joke for the educated people in the crowd. But I do have a very crazy mom. First of all, she was a nudist. I don't know if anyone has naked mommy at home. Do you have a naked mommy at home? No titties at home? Yeah, titties raised me. It was nice. When you have a nudist mom, she does everything naked, which includes beat your ass. I don't know if you've had to run away from a naked person. It's a character building moment. It is very hard to dodge a punch and 2 titties. You slip that punch and then the titty just hooks you, you know? My mom was a southpaw. I had no idea. My mom was one of those parents that loved to rule through fear. Just wanted to scare you as much as possible. When I was a younging, I walked in on my mom watching the movie The Accused. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen this movie, but there's a scene in it, a very, very horrific scene, where the lead actress, Jodie Foster, is getting gang raped on a pinball machine in a bar. And that was the scene I walked in on. And unlike most moms who would just send their children off, get out of here, kid, my mom was like, come here, Nikki. And she sat me down and we walked through that movie like it was game tape. She was like, you see what happened to that woman on that pinball machine in that bar? That's what happens if you grow up and go to bars and talk to men. And then she just sent me out into the world completely traumatized. To this day, I cannot play pinball without getting wet. It's impossible. Oh, no. Oh. Ding, 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 ding. Till. Game over. Who's got a quarter? Going through a breakup right now. Anyone else sad? It's cool. Going through a breakup. The guy broke up with me. He told me he thought I would make a bad mom. He's not wrong. But he did tell me that after I had just finished breastfeeding him, and I was like, You are an ungrateful little baby. And I sent him off to bed without supper. He told me that after he had heard me yelling at our dogs. You see, we were having sex and the dogs were in the room. And they were being annoying and barking, so I yelled. And he's like, it's just concerning to me that if we were parents and had kids, that you would yell at them like that. And I was like, well, if we're going to equate our dogs with children, then we just fucked with our kids in the room. And I think we're both pretty bad parents. So I'm breaking up with you because I think you'd make a bad dad, all right? But I was like, do you really think I would yell at our kids like that? Do you think I would be that kind of mom? Like, I would hit our kids. I want them to grow up with something to say. Are you fucking kidding? First of all, clap your hands if you got hit by your parents. And you all know you're better people for it, and I intrinsically trust you. No question about it. Now clap your hands if you didn't get hit by your parents. Look at that, you can barely hit your own hands together. Just a weak-boned bitch. In hindsight, there were a few red flags with this guy. I should have seen it wasn't gonna work. First of all, he wanted a 69 on our first date. Unacceptable behavior. How long have you guys been together? 15 years? That's too long, but absolutely unacceptable. Do you guys 69? Is that part of your repertoire? What if he tried 69ing you on the first date? Questionable, gross, right? He might have. You're such a slut, I love it. But she locked it down, so, you know, maybe 69 on the first date wasn't the worst thing that could have happened to me. But, yeah, he didn't even ask me if I wanted a 69. He just started maneuvering me into place. Not that I don't even know what asking would have looked like. If he was like, "Milady, would you?" I was just like moving through air, and I was like, okay, here we are. He was like, I think it's really great we can pleasure each other at the same time. And I was like, at the same time? Where do you have to be? I don't have a job, you're unemployed. Let's take our time. Also, pleasure each other at the same... Pleasure? I'm in a full-blown panic that I didn't wipe well enough. And I'm not entirely sure I tucked my hemorrhoid in. If we're being really honest. Is it an innie? Is it an outie? I don't know. I'm a woman in my early to mid-late 30s. I need... prep time if we're gonna be doing this, all right? You're just looking at my butthole, little stargazing. It's not good. The other red flag is that he loved when I sat on his face. Ladies, how do you know when to go full sit? You know, are we doing that? Are we doing a full sit? Because I tend to hover. I tend to engage my thighs. I mean, I was a horse girl, so I tend to really just, I like do a little bit of a post up. You know, I'm like, if you're not careful, I'll clench my thighs and snap your fucking neck. All right, you be careful down there, sir. But I like to just dangle. I like to just dangle my clit, like teabag him with it, or maybe more of a V bag. It's a V bag. No, it's a bean bag. I'm bean bagging him. It's like a little hacky sack, you know. All right. Any stoners? No. Okay. I like dangle it like a wind chime, just gently caressing. But then there's moments where I'm like, should I really just like drop down, just plop down, just like drop down all my weight like I'm a factory worker who just got done working a double and I'm tired, you know? Just really just seal them up, you know? Just get them all in there and just, you know, I'll Kegel while I'm down there. It's like, you know, it's like, ooh, I got your nose. Yeah, Celia. You treat it like a scuba tank, all right? It's the Mariana Trench. You got 30 minutes of air. Go! It's a pussy. It gives life, and now it does take it. You know. Thanks, guys. I'm NICOLE AIMEE SCHREIBER.